is going to help you to understand how to read an energy bill, and then you'll relate this later to an estimate of your energy use for that building. So in the shared folder, you can go to Estimating Energy Use, and you'll see this Excel spreadsheet estimating energy. This is going to help to guide you through this process. You see on the first page of the Excel spreadsheet, there's some simple instructions. When there's a yellow cell, a yellow highlighted cell, that means there's data that you need to fill in. When there's a green highlighted cell, it means that there's some automatically completed data. And then because the yellow and green can get quite cumbersome, or it looks bad, before you print it, you should highlight everything and click no fill so the page looks clean, and then print the template when you're done. Bring it to class. So you'll see that this spreadsheet has a whole bunch of sheets along the bottom here, and you're going to be using those in order to complete all of the information in these yellow cells. For this tutorial, we're just going to look at utility bills, which is this portion right here, the analysis area, the electricity cost, the fuel cost. And I've got here a sample utility bill, and this one is on the left a gas bill for May 2015 to June 2015. On the right is the electricity bill for May 2015. So let's see. This is asking for your electricity cost in US dollars per kilowatt hour. If I go over here to the electricity portion, I'm going to zoom in here so we can see this better. And you can see that the Tier 1 allowance is for 224 kilowatt hours, which is here, and that's at 16 cents a kilowatt hour. Tier 2 usage, which occurs once you exceed that Tier 1 use, is 43 kilowatt hours at 18.6 dollars per kilowatt hour. And probably most of you have some kind of tiered system. It's usually not just a flat rate, although a flat rate would be much easier to calculate. In this case, we're going to take a weighted average by just taking the total, which is also including some tax, but that's okay. Let's include everything, as $44.74, and then the total energy that we used was 224 plus 43 is 267. So if I divide 44 divided by 267, I should get the number. So again, to make a formula, press equals, and then I'm going to divide 44, let me try to be more exact here, it was 44.74 divided by 267 kilowatt hours, which gives me 17 cents per kilowatt hour. Now keep in mind, if you're working in another currency, please convert to US dollars so that we can compare across the whole class. Now, on the gas side, we've got here Tier 1 use 14.95 therms, which is a little bit of a different unit. It's a unit that we can convert to kilowatt hours. In the US we use therms, and sometimes in the United Kingdom they use therms, and most of the rest of the world doesn't. Most of the rest of the world uses different units. Actually, it's wildly inconsistent depending on the type of fuel that you have. And so what I've done here, going back to the Excel spreadsheet, if you go to the tab down here that says Fuel Conversions, I've listed some common fuels and some conversions, or units and conversions. So 1 cubic meter of natural gas is equal to 11 kilowatt hours. So if you type in here 100 cubic meters of natural gas, you'll get, if it does that, you can make the column bigger. so 1100 kilowatt hours. So this is kind of an interactive conversion template, basically. And it says here that 1 therm is equal to 29.3 kilowatt hours. In this case, for this bill, we have 14.95 therms plus 8.77 therms plus, that's from May, that's just in May, and then we've got a little bit extra here, 5.85 and 3.43. The total actually shows up right here as 33 therms, so that's what I'm going to divide by. I'm going to divide 44.47 divided by 33, and I'm going to do that right here. 44.47 divided by 33. No, shoot. No, not. I'm going to type in 33 therms because that's what I want to convert to get kilowatt hours. And then I'm going to divide 44.47 divided by this number of kilowatt hours. So to do that, I've got a formula, and then I can click on that cell, and it divides everything for me. So it comes out to 0.046 kilowatt hours per for gas. So I can go back over here and type that in. So now that we've got the basic information filled out, let's go down to the energy use from the utility bill. And here we're asking for both fuel and electricity. Most of you will probably have one or the other or both. And what this asks for is the annual energy use in kilowatt hours per year. I've got here a bill that is, this is the bill that I was just showing you. I only have 1 month actually. Your documentation should have at least 3 months that are representative of your climate. And if you only have 3 months, say you have January, June, and March, then what you should do is take the totals from each and multiply by the months, the number of months that are similar. So this one is a May month, and in the Bay Area, I'd say April, May, June, July, and August are very similar types of months. The climate is very similar. So that's 5 months. So I could take this total energy use for gas and electricity and multiply by 5 and get those months. And then for the other months of the year, I'd want to take representative bills from those. Alternatively, if you have bills for every month of the year for a whole year, that's probably a better, more accurate way of doing it. So let's start with electricity use. I've got here 267 kilowatt hours that were used in May, and so I don't have, that's all I've got right now, so I'm going to take that 267 kilowatt hours and then multiply by 12, 267 times 12, to get a total for the year. For the fuel, remember it was 33 therms, and this is asking for kilowatt hours. So I'm going to go back over to that fuel conversions. I still have 33 written here. That was 967 kilowatt hours. And I'm going to type in 967 times 12 there. I forgot the equal sign. There. So that gives my total. And then these fields over here will automatically populate based on the values here. And if you want to see where it comes from, all you have to do is click on it and then click up here, and then it will color code. So what it's saying is it's taking 11,000 kilowatt hours per year and dividing by the area of the bill, or 100, to get an energy use intensity, kilowatt hours per square meter per year. Press enter and you can see what that number is. So 116 kilowatt hours per square meter per year just for fuel, and 32 kilowatt hours per square meter per year for electricity. Now this gets really interesting when you start looking at cost, because you see in this particular example the fuel cost is about 1/3 of the cost of electricity. So although I'm using roughly 4 times more fuel than electricity, the costs turn out to be very similar, about $534. And this is a good way of just kind of getting a sanity check as well to see if this feels like it's a realistic number for the amount that you would pay in utility bills. So in my case, this is just over $1,000 a year, which translates to just under $100 a month, and that's pretty reasonable for a 1,200 square foot, 100 square meter apartment.
Okay, so now you should have a good idea of how to read your utility bills or your energy bills. In the next tutorial, we'll be looking at how to estimate the potential for on-site energy generation.